Sentinel?
Yeah, Prismatic Sentinel, yeah.
Wow, I can't believe you actually know the name. I tend to forget some of the names of these skins.
Well, you read it enough, you remember. And there's the Hilda. Okay.
They're definitely going to go for that Lucas jungle this time around. Very much.
And maintain and maybe break a record for the MPL Philippines, a win streak. Their goal is the 14-0, and it looks like Onic Philippines, a super fan, wants to stop that from happening.
It's Super Fan Saturday, and you can hear the super fans in the background already making noise, while Edward be able to whittle down Kirk early on in the laning phase, of course, as the Hilda. Already popped out the regen from him.
I'm actually quite wondering how they're going to start the fights later on, because as you can see, they're very heavy on that top side for Kirk, although it isn't either. Very hard to dive in.
Yeah.
Maybe they might have something to say here.
Yeah.
Kai is level 4.
Good tank emblem set pick up for Kirk. He needed to be tanking here.
Whoa.
Already forcing out the flicker. So that's what we were talking about. Through the center of the map, Onic Philippines can snowball and take control, and they've already sent the Sicilian back home early with the flicker.
Yeah, flicker down too, so they got that information. They can try to punish UA again if Onic Philippines wants to go that route, but so far it might be just them kind of setting up for that first objective.
Yep. Yeah. Setting it up right now very early on. That's going to be Brusco close by. He's got the ejector potential. He has that flicker as well. So, you know what? They have some pretty good fighting until maybe Renegade reaches level 4. Then maybe it might kind of just go Aurora's way.
Yeah.
And they can start the fights earlier on. But Brusco with that early game advantage of that Jawhead really pushing their map control.
Yeah. Again, just kind of scouting out here. Super Prince is actually going to be fine.
Yikes.
Weren't able to connect though. Renegade doesn't have that level 4, so all he's got is a title strike. Turtle's up half health right now. Edward just going to zone them out on this Hilda, and that might be enough to go ahead and secure the first objective. Demon Kite grabs it. Kirk might not be able to escape, pops the flicker, and he's going to be fine.
Yeah, since Kirk was not level 4 just yet, Onic couldn't go for the full commit, plus Super Prince was sent back after that trade in the mid. And Brusco, of course, not level 4 as well, and will lose in terms of the skill trading against the Kalea this early on with how good the Kalea is. So Aurora, they're continuing the speed right now.
Oh no, okay, Kelra's gonna be fine. Edward just showing up.
Yeah, I decided to leave the EXP lane so that he can apply more pressure into the gold. He's willing to give a little bit more gold to Kirk right now. He doesn't mind doing that.
Many predictions right now are inch, neck, and neck. I was really surprised with how fast they rotated to the bottom side of the map. They were like on Nitro or something.
Yeah, I love that river buff, plus the first skill of the Hilda together. You can really roam. You can give up one lane control so that you can just come back, one minion wave control.
Whew. Now we are on that scenario where our roamers are now at level 4. And maybe we can get stuff done, but it feels like Onic just not really quite willing to take these fights yet, which is, again, for me, it feels like such a new thing where it's hard for me to see Onic a little bit trailing and trying to catch up to the opposing jungle.
Again, the meta has changed for the Super Fam. Gone are the days where they just snowball early on, getting kills very quickly. Teams have learned, gotten better, and have adjusted to them. But one of the things that Onic are good at, it's still very active right now for a lot of the teams. One of the best strengths of Aurora actually is what Onic was one of the trailblazers of, which is respecting that mid-game power spike. And they have a lineup that are good with that. Let's see how heavily Kirk will join in the next fight, because the Edith is a linchpin for a big mid-game power spike for Onic.
Yeah, full-on secure for these bushes. Very hard to actually infiltrate, so that's going to be a big map control bonus for Rora. Getting into possibly securing Turtle number 2.
Turtle number 2, just going to go in the hands of Rora. Looks like no contest here. Now, we have seen King Kong and Onic Philippines do this before. Sometimes they give up all 3 turtles just to get pressure on the map, like they're trying to get this tier 1 here. Oh, in the bottom side, though, Renegade gonna get caught out a little bit, but the rest of the team is there. Kirk could pull the trigger, not gonna go, but Demon Kite's gonna jump in. Has the form and will be able to find Kelra, and the blast is shot off, but he didn't need it. He's scary enough in the beast form.
And Demon Kite's having a lot of fun with this, while his Kite brother, his fellow Kite brother, is actually just wailing on his opponents. I love the dynamic we're seeing here.
Kirk!
Here we go. Kirk gonna be able to find a connection. Edward will flicker around. He's gonna be fine. Even with the Primal Wrath from Kirk, they couldn't clean up that kill. So Edward will live.
It's his first 2 turtles, and Demon Kite was able to get the first blood.
Brusco
Brusco gonna get caught!
Brusco gonna get caught, gonna be in trouble. Time to strike already used.
Yeah!
There's the flicker from Kirk. Able to find 2 with the Earth Shatter. Renegade's gonna go down. So finally, an answer back from Onic Philippines.
100% the Aurora have ticked their early game condition off first. Being able to land the kill for Demon Kite early, plus getting the 2 turtles that Onic gave up. See how Onic will be able to get a little bit of equilibrium back. Demon Kite will invade. Who will get the purple buff? King Kong does not get it. Stolen by Demon Kite. Kelra?
Oh, Kelra could be in trouble again. He's gonna get slammed down on from Edward. Kelra having a really difficult time. We'll see if there's an answer once again at Onic Philippines. Over here, there's the toss-up. Edward's gonna be the focus. The jump in from Edward, the title. The Tsunami slam to bring him back. King Kong's still gonna be able to get away though, and so they'll avoid the death. Meanwhile, a turret goes down top side.
Unbelievable tempo coming in from both teams. I think in the past 6 minutes, we've had like 12 skirmishes or something. They're fighting so much around the map. And you know what, Onic, they're able to get some punches back, but Aurora has been non-stop.
Yeah, again, understanding of their power spikes. They wanted to play around the 5 minutes of pressuring Kelra, and they were able to take just that. Aurora can take control here. Onic Philippines will have to be wary about starting a big fight.
Again, Edward will hold this up. Oh, there's the flicker again. The toss-up, they throw Renegade in the air. He's gone. And now the RWM enough to be able to catch out Demon Kite as well. Even though they grabbed the 3rd turtle of the game, Aurora loses 2.
It's trading a turtle for 2 members. This looks like it's Onic getting into their form here. They're not going to take the objectives, but at least they're going to win on a lot of these team fights, and I think they're quite happy with that.
Well-timed real-world manipulation by Super Friends, even catching Demon Kite in there. Demon Kite a little bit too forward in that scenario. So they balance things out in the map, able to take the tower up top. Now going to the items, in terms of the mid laners, both for Glowing Wand priority. Brusco looks like he's going to be rushing the Dominance Ice. Already 1 onto Kirk. And for the junglers, it is a slight lead for Demon Kite. It's a 2k gold lead for Aurora, but not that too wild in terms of the item gap.
Well, just yet. We see Onic playing a bit more passive here at this point. I don't blame him. Don't want to get too much into it, with the rest of Aurora still going fast-paced so far. Only a 2k gold lead here for Aurora.
Renegade giving some information here, but yeah, you don't want to jump in there. He is going to go ahead and just stay waiting patiently. The rest of the team's just around. But yeah, King Kong's like, yep, I don't want to deal with that, and he heads on out.
You see Onic hunting together, trying to find an opening, but they can't just seem to find it as Aurora. Perfect timing for them. No members of Onic here to defend up top. They will lose the 2nd tower, while Onic will decide and push in the bottom. Let's see if they will be able to break it. Looks like they should.
Decent trade. I think Kelra's going to have enough firepower to take that out with just a few attacks. And we actually have yet to see a solid attack from Onic here. We could see that now.
Super French taking a ton of damage. Had to pop the Purify too.
Yeah, that was a full combo from the Hilda already. And with the big ability gone from the Eve, he'll be forced to use his ultimate if ever he gets caught out with a big crowd control ability. Of course, he is immune to crowd control when he does have real-world manipulation up. Back into the items. 2 items already for both, but the lead between Demon Kite and King Kong is getting bigger and bigger. Radiant Armor and Dreadnought Armor is the priority of Renegade.
That's right.
Should help survive the damage of Super Friends and Kirk. Good itemization from the roamer of Aurora.
We got good advantages as well in terms of map control, not just the items, right? So
yeah.
Edward very forward there with the shielding that you get from your passive. Has all the information you need to get Onic under position.
Oh, they want to blitz this one. Lord under half health, Edward. Under half health himself. They're going to give it a go. They're just going for it. Demon Kite secures the Lord. No contest. And again, you see how much pressure there is because of just, it's literally Renegade and Edward posting up in the front, cutting off the angles that Onic Philippines can take.
Third item already secured by the Lucas Queen's Wings. And yeah, it was really tough for Onic Philippines to try and contest that. It would have been devastating. They needed to make sure that they got the purple buff for King Kong first, because if they contested that and lost that, they would have lost the Lord, lost bodies, lost their purple buff. That would have ballooned Aurora's lead even more. So Onic Philippines had to respect that possibility and decided, you know what, we can give this Lord, get the purple buff, and we'll just try to defend. But this gives a lot of map control for Aurora.
Yeah, they're just looking for that one-off pick-off, and that actually could lead them into a really good momentum. But for now, it is going to be Aurora camping on their jungle and seeing if they can maybe utilize this Lord on top.
Okay, that shield up top is going to be popped. The Lord is dealt with. They should be able to get maybe another shield. It looks like it's going to hold together. So maybe after all of that, Rora's only able to get the one shield on the top turret, and they take the discipline route and back off. Again, they're not that far ahead, and they really have to respect the lineup that Onic Philippines has.
Yeah. And Onic Philippines, because of the presence of a Lucas jungle, I think I'm starting to understand why they're a little bit more hesitant to actually like hold, to try and force anything. They know if they mistime something, wait.
Toss up again, gonna be able to throw him into the air. Edward's still alive with a flicker, disengages. It looks like Rora wants more, but Kirk will flicker out too. So two big battle spells for both sides burned.
That was close, though. That was super close here for Edward.
Yep.
As good as an attack as you can do if you are Onic with Brusco, not even utilizing the flicker.
Yeah, and I think if they were able to secure that kill onto Edward, Kirk would have used his Primal Wrath, but he's still been holding onto it. He's he knows how valuable his ultimate is. That time perfectly should mess up Aurora, but Aurora are also not giving Onic Philippines a lot of opportunities to turn things around heavily. Little by little, Aurora's lead gets bigger and bigger, but Onic Philippines are getting some key items. Straightened Armor and Dominance Ice for the Edith, already up to the Malefic Roar, plus the War Axe for the Suyo as well.
So far with Brusco on that Jawhead hasn't really been stonks, right? So maybe they're trying to wait and see if they catch up on items first. But yeah, Aurora might have just a really good control here. At least for now, Onic, they are sticking together. Trying to see if they can just pick off someone who might be laying on the bush somewhere, but Aurora is not giving him an opportunity.
Yeah, that's the main thing though too. Even with the Jawhead, it's like most of the time the people playing up front on this side are either, you know, Renegade or Edward, and it's so you have to be able to provide so much damage to actually take out either a Hilda or the Kalea, just because of also the escapability, you know, and having the flicker available. So Lord is up. Rora's just going to go ahead and blitz this one, it looks like, but this time Onic Philippines, it looks like they want to contest this.
Whoa.
Damage.
So they'll take a couple
Insane.
shots. The damage is there. Right now, though, they're going to hold it toe-and-toe.
Put it to half just on his own, just like that, just a few combos.
Yeah, relatively quickly. Again, unless it's, I think I'm still going to be a hater of the Lucas jungle, unless it's Demon Kite.
Unless it's Demon Kite.
Maybe.
Only got to make it work so far.
We'll see. Really helps out right now that Rora has good full vision as well of Kelra on the bottom side, so they know they can buy some time. Or they may try to intercept here. We don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, look, slow pushes on the side wave, so that makes Onic think twice about engaging this heavily. They have to control the middle. Naturally, they're going to lose one of the side lane minion waves. Natural push. So Onic, they might be put into a position where they need to force something happening here.
Yeah, I think they're going to want to force this fight.
Trying at least, right?
They're going to wait for it again. It's just kind of restarting back and forth as Demon Kite and King Kong take a hit, run back, and really it's just, it might be the call for one of the roams to actually just pull the trigger. There's the conceal already. Renegade is going to be the one to do it. Brings him back with a Tsunami Slam. We'll be able to find Brusco. That's one down for Onic Philippines, and now RWM's dropped down. Renegade could be in trouble now. Flickers defensively. Demon Kite jumps into the fight as a total beast. He does go down, but 4 are gone from Onic Philippines. And now it's only King Kong. The rest of Rora looks to go down in the lane and just pressure it in with a few minions.
Wow.
4 members still alive, working on the turret. King Kong, I don't care how good Suyo is or how busted he is, he can't 1v4 against the lights of Rora as they take game 1.
That was a straight up